A victim of covert harassment develops complex trauma as a result of the sheer scale, duration, and intensity of the operation targeting him or her. I've tried to come up with a partial list of contributing elements or stressors, a trauma recipe, if you will. But I wonder if in doing so, I'm not creating a guide for people to trigger me with. Yet, it has to be done, and it's actually inevitable. You see, were I to write it all down one day for the catharsis alone, or take a long walk with the voice recorder running and just talk it all out, every word would be intercepted with tech, shared on the community's private pages, deconstructed, mined, and incorporated into the daily abuse regime. In fact, phrases and concepts from every part of this video letter so far have already showed up during sleep deprivation. Complex trauma, elements and stressors, 1. First and foremost, psychological violence is violence. Technological violence is violence. But unfortunately, in our culture, this exists in a gray area, and neither is recognized as such. Predators are drawn to covert harassment for this very reason, delighting at the opportunity to pour so much methodical malice into attacks on a victim's life, even to the point of thinking and acting like serial killers, and all with no harm done to their reputations or to the esteem they're held in by family and friends. It's no wonder this is turning into the unofficial national pastime. 2. An entire language of abuse is created between the group and its victim. One word, movement, gesture, symbol, and all associated emotional and physiological effects at a time. Each unit gets charged with layers of meaning over months and years, and can become able to deliver deep wounds to the psyche. Sometimes I call this emotional cluster bombing because of all the levels this type of messaging can hit you on. 3. It's the pervasiveness and inescapability of it. The very environment around you is permeated to the point where you're constantly reminded of the abuse and abused by that in turn. 4. How indescribably violating it is, in that there are zero boundaries and no human being around you recognizes any. As each intensification is ordered, it is carried out gleefully with no human regard for you. Quite simply, it's raping a person's mind and body with technology and harassment over and over. It makes you realize no wonder dehumanization of targets has to be so thorough. 5. Many drops of water form a lake, the saying goes. We are often ridiculed when attempting to describe the individual drops, but they can come together with great psychological impact. One drop is a nuisance, a few drops are a nuisance, but the lake can swallow you up, and that's by design. So the whole can be broken down and denied whenever necessary.